Good morning and welcome to the Moopsyverse, where Chris and Musin are already awake, unlike me.
I wouldn't exaggerate, really.
Kind of awake? You're here? You're here. How's that? We'll go with you're here. Hey! I did not do a lot of gameplay over the weekend. Lots of stuff going on. Beautiful weekend and things going on and enjoying it, and came back and realized I hadn't done Hive Onslaught on this account yet. So, well, we have something to do this morning.
Actually, I'm not sure if we mentioned that or talked about it much, but that comic series, the Star Trek comic series.
Yeah? Which one? Because there's a couple.
Lost Ship.
Oh.
It's been released and I forgot about it. I got it.
Oh, how?
It's on digital as well.
Ooh.
So, went through it. It's got around 45 pages or something like it. So it's not like crappy or like it doesn't have content. It really has. I love the graphics. I love the visuals. Looks really nice. And I don't mind the writing so far. I mean, of course, it's happening in the 31st century, which is setting up around and right after the burn.
Mm-hmm.
But they are relying on an element that's been completely abandoned in the canon after season 2 Picard, with what happened to Jurati. The Queen Jurati. She pops up there, still alive and breathing, still being part of the collective, cooperative. And she's the reason and pool that brings
the cooperative you and his board? The cooperative was you and his board, right?
Well, remember, those are ex-Borg. But you could use the cooperative for more than one group if you want to.
Yeah, I think Jurati's cooperative was something different. Basically, she just helps them equip the ship, the title ship, with transport technology, because it's a Borg transport technology. And she's the reason why the ship can actually move through the galaxy.
And by the way, Musin's on a 5-stream streak. Thank you so much, Musin.
That is nothing. I'm pretty sure there's people out there on Twitch who are on 3 digits or 4 digit streaks.
Weirdly enough,
I've never missed streams.
Oh yeah, people will miss streams because I have a lot of streams that have 1 or 2 people watching.
Well, I don't know. Mom is streaming in various hours, sometimes outside of some people's range, so I don't know if that's possible.
That's for Mom, but in the entirety of Twitch?
Oh, in the entirety of
watch streams that are 4 digits long.
I'm sure they are.
Never miss their
the entire Twitch?
No, this
count for entire Twitch, because I couldn't care less.
No, this doesn't go for the entire Twitch. Getting slightly OT, but also slightly on topic. I noticed that Kel posted a picture from Starfleet Academy of a bunch of ships basically going to warp.
2 of them.
And you read the story behind one of the ships, right?
2 of the ships, actually. They've been brought from Stowe to Starfleet Academy.
Well, one of them, he kind of was vaguely involved in it getting made into a legitimate ship. And he's like, my ship's in canon! And I'm like, I would be so geeked out if a ship I was even peripherally responsible for got into canon. I would be just nerding out like crazy.
Well, Thomas Maroni and the other guys that are working on Stowe's designs and ships have been very stoked about these 2
Well, of course they have, but come on, they're ship designers. Kel is not a ship designer. It's like, if they were to incorporate one of my story ideas into canon, I would be Nerd City, versus if I was a writer whose job was to write Star Trek peripheral stories. It would still be awesomely cool, but it wouldn't be quite that nerd thing that I would feel. I'm just saying, it is so cool that they are doing that. And I would be happy if they would do that for me, too. I think we all would be. Something that we do on the side and get involved with. Hey, why don't you do this? And they do it, and we'd be like, yes, 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 yes.
Some people have been actually quite annoyed that suddenly the Federation HQ design isn't actually reused in Academy's shots of Earth, because there's like a shots of Earth from orbit, I think, and from some sort of station or starship, and it's showcasing silhouettes of, strangely enough, traditional Picard era space docks
Yeah.
kind of thing, and Maelstrom Station or whatever, Daystrom Station, whatever. One of the stations, maybe the other designs as well have been reused, and this is 32nd century, so it should be well out and obsolete, I suppose.
Good morning, Mr. Dave, and happy Monday to you too. You know, fine. If you gotta have to pick something to get weirded out over and upset about, that would not be.
I mean, that's not
something.
the weirdest thing, but you'd seen, like, there are shots in Discovery's final seasons where you can see multiple of those stations being built and being used,
Mm-hmm.
like, in orbit around Federation HQ, and suddenly Starfleet Academy, which is taking place right after Discovery's main story premise, or, like, right into it, because the Discovery wraps up a few years later. You don't see those designs anywhere at all, which is kind of like weird. But maybe it was just a shot where those structures were not there. Maybe it was just like.
Good morning, Cliff. Thank you for joining us.
One of the reasons I care for that design is that I would still really like to see them try implement it into Stowe. And I had an idea how to do it. I've tagged Borgies with it because they might actually take an idea.
There you go.
Because the thing was extremely vertical, like from top to bottom.
Yeah.
But it went horizontal when it was in warp, and I was thinking if it would remain horizontally positioned in tactical scenarios, but could go into a station mode like the Bowel Sentry vessel, like the Bowel Sentry mode.
Mm-hmm.
And like instead of like summoning stuff, it would detach elements from its interior that we know it's detachable during the evacuation in season 4. So we know it could have done that, and have those summons do stuff, and like you will be fully stationary, and the camera would pan out a little bit further out, but yeah, that'd be cool.
Cliff, I'm going to run Hive Onslaught. If you would like to join us, let me know. Obviously not the second.
Oh, good. I've added to a group in Slack at work. A laptop replacements. My laptop will finally be replaced after almost 4 years of being used.
Oh, definitely needs it then.
I mean, honestly, I take care of my equipment well, so it doesn't like lag or anything like it. But it doesn't like open stuff as swiftly as I would like to.
Yeah.
Especially when I need it to, and it's not highly cooperative with some of the software we're using, like for phone calls, because it's very glitchy. And I do hope that this new laptop might actually resolve that.
That would be nice.
We'll see. I don't want to keep my hopes up.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go to class tonight or not.
I'm gonna be programmers level kind of workstations. They're not laptops. They'll be like, I mean, they are laptops technically, but they're said to be like programmer level kind of thing. So extremely powerful. I don't know what for because I don't do programming stuff, but better to be better than too weak, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Waiting for this ad to run, and then I'll queue us up for Hive Onslaught. So jump back down there. And clear that. Blah, 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 blah. Ad is coming to a break now. Excuse me while I stretch.
That's right. Hive was the universal, was it?
Yes, it was. And I had done it on all my tunes, except apparently this one. So I'm going to queue us up for Hive Onslaught. Which should pop. There you go. Weeboo.
It popped immediately. We have a Weeboo.
Yeah, I suspect a lot of people are like me and just didn't get around to doing it.
Well, it was the weekend. I mean, people away and stuff.
Yeah, I was doing other stuff I went to the corn maze and I'm hiking around the corn maze. I have a map, so it's possible to get lost, but you have to work at it, because if you just stay moving in one direction, at some point you'll eventually reach the border. But it turns out they've got a point at the midway where you can climb up onto like a bridge and look out at everything. And my thought is, I'm going to put this on my Facebook, I've been walking around this for hours and I still haven't found the Kabali Doff.
Oh.
Okay, so I thought it was funny.
I didn't catch that.
I'm walking through a maze for hours. I finally get to the halfway point and can see over everything, and I still haven't found the Kobali Doff. Like from
It's in
dust
the
to
second
dust.
half. That's it. And it's a bridge officer, not a duty officer.
Oh, excuse me. He's not a bridge officer. It's a duty officer, not a bridge officer,
I
isn't
think
it?
I've done that mission once in my life, so
Oh.
I remember it.
No, it's a bridge officer.
Is it really? Because I don't keep him as a bridge
Yeah.
officer.
What?
I don't have him as a bridge officer. Why would you put a bridge officer in the middle of the maze? Duty officer, sure. I will have to go and look. I swear it was a duty
No,
officer.
It's a bridge officer.
That seems
Did I call him?
weird.
I have a really big, like, crew. Oh boy.
Wow, what the hell is wrong with this Borg?
Language?
I said, what the hell is wrong with this Borg? What's language about?
A lot of people think hell is a bad word.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can they have a sanity check?
Pardon?
That's not a bad word in any language that I know.
Oh,
It's not
yeah.
censored anywhere.
In American, yeah, definitely.
It's a
God, you guys are
female
getting so
Kobali
overly sensitive.
engineer.
Actually, it's old school if you want to get really picky, Chris. These days, not nearly as much. Growing up, no. That would be a wash your mouth out with soap level of naughtiness.
So, Mom,
Yes?
it's a
21st
female
century.
Kobali engineer. It is a bridge officer.
It is a bridge officer. Wow, I'll have to go change my post. Though nobody else picked up on it either, so.
I did instantly because I'm like.
Yeah,
oh,
but
wait,
you
that's
didn't
bridge
respond to my Facebook, so no, you didn't.
officer. I don't even.
You don't Facebook.
Well, I don't Facebook anymore. I haven't really.
I just have it mostly with
for
my.
many years.
I have
Mine's
Facebook.
90% my family.
Well, see, and that's a thing that I don't have on Facebook. Like my entire family, friend.
Oh no, I don't have any family member of Facebook. I mean, not that I know that any of them use it, but even if they did, I would stay away from them.
Well, my two cousins post because they've got kids, grandkids, and they're always talking about, you know, hey, the grandkids are going into college, and we're doing this, that, and the other. I mean, it's the kind of thing you'd expect from normal Facebook, just chit-chatting about the family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nothing horrible.
The only family I had on Facebook was my mom. My mom played Farmville. I played Farmville for a while. I don't know. I didn't do much on Facebook. Like, sure, I had it, and I was on it. I directly chat to people. I hardly ever posted stuff, and if I did, it was complete and utter nonsense meant for nobody.
Well, I do have a fellow Stowe person who
No,
I'm on the Facebook with him, and he found it amusing. But nobody else in my family had a clue what I was talking about, so it was pretty funny. By the way, good morning, Ed. How are you doing? And it says, what the best foods is wrong with these Borg? I get the joke, Ed. I'm sure Mason and Chris don't.
No.
Yeah, that's okay. So there's a
Commercial.
mayonnaise brand in the States, Hellman's. And Best Foods is the same brand, but it's marketed like one is on the east side, one's on the west side. Good morning, Ed.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a commercial thing.
Yep. So get Hell
Yeah.
and Best Foods. Thank you. Now I've got that one done. Woo! And good morning, Ed. I don't hear you.
How are things?
Ah, good. There you are.
Hello.
Also, Baby Bat said hi. Ed.
Baby Bat. I love Baby Bat. How are they?
They're good, I guess. I mean, easily annoyed, but good.
Easily annoyed.
3 people in one truck is easily annoyed, yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
There's no leg room.
Yeah. Yeah. See that?
Yeah.
Well, aside from the Borgies that we just killed, I only have Undine ships, so I don't know what you guys have on your list today.
I got the Lukari TFO and Undine ships, and I'm halfway through Terran ships because I've got that in battles, and then no one wants to go here.
Well, do you want us to join you?
I mean, you can. I still have like 17 to kill.
Yeah, let me get there.
The Badland really has anything left to go. Oh wait, there's a second instance. Swap into that one. Maybe this one. It's a bit more populated with the Terrans instead of everyone else. I think half the quadrant came in here because the instance was full.
As people wake up and go, let's get that one out of the way.
Yeah.
I get that.
This one's better. Yeah, there's stuff to kill.
Cliff, if you'd like to
Nothing.
join us, we are in the Badlands. I see you there, Chris. I know we have to be in the same general zone.
Don't worry, I only managed to kill 3, so it doesn't really do too much.
Just trying to find out where you're
So
at.
there's a point in the center that seems a bit more promising. I'll go over there. Should meet you halfway.
Cliff, the shortcut episode to get here is Spoils of War from the Cardassian Struggle. I'm almost at the center one. Is that where you're at?
Yep.
Okay. And we're in the middle of the map. But yeah, Spoils of War brings you up to the entrance to Badlands.
Also close to Defera if you don't have.
Well, Spoils of
I
War
mean,
is
if you
relatively
scroll down.
quickly into it. It's one of the earlier ones, so if your tune's even semi-progressed, you should be able to get there.
Still flying the hollow brick.
Yeah, I gotta change it out one of these days. One of these
fine.
days.
I honestly thought that the ship performs quite nicely for
Yeah, it does.
the
I've
free giveaway.
been able to equip it with enough weaponry that it's fine. I mean, there's other ships to be leveled.
Actually, reading out into that comic, it actually depicts a moment just before the burn, and that was kind of interesting plot twist.
See, to me, the concept of the burn isn't feasible, and once again, if you're not going to throw any science in your science fiction, go away. The only way it works is magic.
Go make fantasy.
Yeah.
It's the part of fiction. So I honestly don't mind it because, like, I guess it's just like I'm not as picky. I don't know. It's people miss and took a wrong understanding to the concept of the burn. That was probably the problem.
Well,
I-
like I said, if you can't make it actually happen,
Well, it can't happen because dilithium doesn't exist, so it doesn't matter if you can make it happen or not.
Saying that, somebody will find a variation of some crystalline structure that has not yet been named. Maybe it's not capable of happening on a planet with an atmosphere. It only happens on non-atmospheric planets. How are you doing on your count, by the way?
Or planets with like a different atmospheric
Yeah,
composition.
maybe it only exists.
Still, the basic elements are still the same everywhere.
That's true, but just because it's got... Let me put it this way.
It's very unlikely that there are many substances that we don't know of. Anyway.
Oh, no. They're forever, in geology in particular. They're like, well, this looks like this, but it doesn't test like that.
Elements. Yeah, there
Is
might be
dilithium an element?
I don't know. It's never explained what it is.
Okay, I assume it's just...
a magical crystal that helps to sustain the matter-antimatter containment and the reaction chamber. It just prevents, as far as I understood, prevents matter and antimatter to interact with each other, so it kind of helps with the suspension and their animation process, so it generates energy, I think. Not the dilithium, but like matter-antimatter reaction, and just, I don't know, does something with the intermix chamber. I don't really know. They didn't actually go through the science very well. So if they tell me in an imaginary propulsion system that is unfeasible in physics, that there is a crystal that, all the dilithium that existed around was in certain type of subspace component that, I don't know, reacted to a shockwave of sorts and detonated all propulsion systems for the sake of like cutting off the entire Federation, I'm fine with it. I'm not picky because it's all made up anyway.
But no.
But what?
No, just no.
Dilithium crystals are crystals that are their structure folds into a multi-dimensional layer, which allows them to manipulate the layer of subspace to propel a ship in a warp bubble through that layer of subspace.
Did you get all your Terran ships?
Travel possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, a multi-dimensional crystal should not be affected by a psychological reaction of a plant-based life form.
There you
It
go.
was said that Sukal had some sort of, because he was born in a dilithium nursery, and the radiation from the nursery affected him biologically when he was in the womb of his mother.
So then if it's a physical effect, it has to respond in a physical response, i.e. it takes time. And
well, it took him like many years to grow up to that point.
No, I mean, if he goes zip zap, I'm going to burn up all the dilithium because I'm having a temper tantrum.
He didn't know they affected the dilithium.
But it would take
know that
time. There's no instantaneous effect that could exist. Everything takes...
If it's subspace, then there is a delay which was discovered by Burnham.
It would still take time.
You don't know.
This is about as feasible as saying you'll give birth to Magneto because you sleep in an electromagnetic chamber every night. It ain't happening.
Well, they don't know how Kelpians function. This wasn't a human.
They're a plant. A plant with hooves, mind you.
They're what?
Kelpians are a plant-based life form with sentience and hooves that live in water.
Humanoid species from Kaminar. Where did you get that plant-based life form? Humanoid. Not mammals, but they had skin, they had no hair, but they are fully developed humanoids. They're not plant-based life forms. I don't know where you're getting this information, but it's not the first time you're kind of missing the facts established in the canon.
They're sentient kelp with hooves.
I don't even want to argue. There's no point anyway.
So yes,
Not with you
dilithium is an element, except where it isn't an element. And yes, it exists or functions in subspace, except where it doesn't function in subspace. In other words, it is described here as generally a plot device, which
It's
is
a plot device.
It's a plot device.
So, surprise enough, it was used as a plot device for the burn. So there's
But
no
you
reason to get a tantrum about
I
it.
mean, it's just
It was a
bad
plot
science.
device in
It's
itself.
even the concept is bad science. That's what gets me. Don't do bad
It's
science.
YouTube science.
It's not even YouTube science. YouTube science can be perfectly fine. There's enough scientists, legit scientists, who do
Yeah,
YouTube
okay,
things
but
that are
there's-
fun.
There's a lot of like very wrong scientific information being presented on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's true enough. There's also
when
some.
it's
Star Trek has,
not,
Star Trek
which
has
is all
done
that
so much bad
pseudoscience.
science over the course of years. I'm really surprised that people get tantrum over one thing, but
It's not
Oh,
a
no, no, no,
tantrum.
no,
It's
no, no.
nitpicking, please. Well,
Yeah,
see,
I
the
mean,
problem
you
for me
think
with
about
this.
the old episodes too. Like, don't get confused.
Well, see, there's a better
Just
way
a
that
really
they
big
could
one.
have done this rather than the burn, which is just ridiculous. But you could have said that the subspace strata in which dilithium works to regulate or to moderate the function of the matter-antimatter reaction, which is what it is, was deteriorating, which does happen. I mean, we know that fields deteriorate and strengthen over
The
time.
description of what happened with the burn was that the dilithium went inert, so it probably lost its subspace component. It didn't explode in itself. The warp cores exploded because dilithium could not
Yeah.
interact with matter-antimatter reaction anymore. So they touched each other and they interacted and exploded.
Right,
So
no,
that
no,
is
that
what
part's
is burn.
fine. That part's fine. It's the causative agent. The character had a emotional breakdown, whatever,
So-
and that caused subspace to change. That's not
You-
reasonable.
Breakdown, which gave a
you can
physical response to his
Doesn't-
dilithium-affected body.
No,
You can actually
No.
have the same like state of affairs in the galaxy without having to blow up a bunch of dilithium with some pseudoscience.
Wasn't-
okay,
I
so-
just said it
Say
didn't blow up
the
dilithium. but
dilithium mines ran empty.
That's another part that
yeah,
was
that
also
that would have been fine too.
Yeah,
But-
and then nobody would have complained because it was just a resource scarcity.
Resource scarcity works
No, but
really, really well.
The thing was that they wanted to really topple the Federation and the entire galactic dynamic from that point over. So,
Well-
again, dilithium as a plot device was used as a plot device yet again. Unsurprising.
but-
What I was going to is that they were actually showing a few moments before the burn happened, before the explosion of all the warp cores, and what was the immediate aftermath at the Federation HQ. And those are interesting topics that they're actually tackling. I really like how they're.
That's all fine and dandy
Just
because they
something
kind of tackled it a little bit in TNG in terms of subspace being damaged by the overuse of high warp. Great concept. It wasn't because somebody went, "Oh no, I don't like this," and had an attack of the wee-woos. And you see, it's just the premise of what caused it isn't feasible. I understand why they did it because they can't write a script for beans, but
And they watch too much YouTube.
and watch too much YouTube. But fine, give it a different reason. The subspace field is deteriorating. We don't know why. Blah 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 blah. Great story setup. And all of a sudden, the lithium doesn't work. And when it doesn't work, yes, you would have the explosions. It's the what caused it being somebody's meltdown. It's in perfect keeping with Discovery in terms of they are so emotionally driven and not story or logic or plot driven. They could have written it better. They could have written it better and made a better series out of that. But they got the science wrong from day one, so it's just... Ugh.
No, one single omega molecule goes boom somewhere in the galaxy. That damages subspace. Next, I don't know, an ion field storm thing goes washing through there and sends a surge of, like, energy through subspace, and boom goes the dynamite.
Right, but so what happens in my brain is anything that happens in the physical world takes time. So if it originates at point A, It's going to take time to reach point B and cause that to happen. But what's also going to happen is the field that's the causative effect deteriorates over space. The longer it goes, the weaker it gets. The rule of inverse of squares. So further it goes, the weaker and weaker it gets. So maybe at the point where it starts, it has a significant effect, and it progressively makes the field weaker and weaker and weaker as it spreads out. But that's not instantaneous.
It wasn't instantaneous. There was a delay.
Also, the writers have no concept of distance within the galaxy or universe, and have no idea what kind of scope they're talking about when the burn happens, right? They're like, oh, it was instantaneous all across the galaxy. No, it wasn't. Not even light is that fast.
Nope.
Not even warp 10 is that fast.
Nothing's that fast. Speaking of things that are fast, what else? Chris, did you say you had Undine ships?
I've got Undine and I've got the Lukari.
Do you have Undine any place in particular, or can we just Undine?
Whatever. So
Okay, and you said you had a Lukari?
Yep.
Yeah, let's get these done, because I have things to do today, maybe. Maybe not.
I would tie it back to Discovery itself and the use of the mycelial network.
Well, that was already determined that it's not feasible.
No, but that the spores infected dilithium.
You could do it. I mean, the mycelial network in and of itself is another bit of plotting. I'm going to hit Zenkethy front for everybody who's in this party. Are you in game?
I'm getting in right now.
Okay, I'll wait for you if you want to join us for Zenkethy front.
If it was an omega molecule, though, that made a section of space untraversable by warp, that mycelial engine would have been the perfect plot device to be able to travel there and fix whatever was wrong that made the dilithium go in there.
Do we even understand how warp works?
Sort
I
of.
mean, in the story?
Yeah,
We do,
sort of.
actually.
Like
It's been dissected by scientists over the course of the years.
Okay,
It's a warp bubble that pushes you faster than light, but in subspace, so you don't actually move physically through space, but in an underspace in a sort, in a bubble that prevents you from being affected by the fact that you would be traveling faster than time, so you're not affected by traveling faster than time.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we had changed the premise of warp, so.
Nope, never did.
So, I kind of wish they had gone further with that whole can't use high warp in certain areas as a plot device beyond that one episode. Because it was a really cool concept of, ecologically damaging systems, and at least they had something, some limitations that it was caused by ships, blah, blah, woof, woof, and they could have played with it more, but instead they just kind of dropped it like a hot potato after that episode, and it was a good idea, and I wish they'd played with it more.
But then they also used to still care about the grand design of the galaxy and how long it would take you to travel anywhere.
Yeah, well, we had to get rid of that in game real quick, because otherwise it's like, oh my god, my ship is moving from here to there. I might as well go downstairs and make dinner. Come back up. Nope, still not there.
Yeah, I know that the game doesn't care about the actual warp scale.
Of course not. We'd still be waiting to get to Vulcan. The game's been running 15 years.
But Next Gen cared about the speed and distance and the time that it would take to travel somewhere. And they completely threw that concept overboard in Discovery and New Trek. It's like...
Not entirely. There is a scene in Season 1 Discovery where exactly is description of how quickly a warp travel... What warp speed is being determined and what is the estimated time of arrival, and it's actually depicted correctly scientifically. I've even seen scientists who said, oh, that was actually done right.
Yeah, Discovery era...
They just did choose like in every TV series what they
and
like
then come
when
the
it's
rest of the
scientifically right
episodes
and what is not.
Where they take only a fraction of the time needed to travel anywhere.
Isn't that what every show did?
Is-
Yeah. I have a bomb.
Every show did that.
Every show had to
Cool,
do
cool.
that. I'm going south.
Yeah, but some shows were like doing little time skips, like time had actually passed on the ship.
Yeah, which you have
That
to
far.
do, but if you're going to do that, you actually have to have a story, something to happen when it's going on, which is why we get
That's
the taking
They had
delegates
they
from
had
here
more
to there.
episodes, so if there was a bigger arc happening, they could spread it among 26 episodes. Right now, you have like 10 between maybe
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, and
There's
it's
no time for like filler, like old ship flybys, like they used to do them, and like with the repeated but flipped images of ship just flying by, which just assumes that the time is passing, like showing the ship in warp. They did try to show it in warp when it was necessary, but most of the new TV series in general just try to cut out the unnecessary stuff just to... I mean, that's a problem with every show. I just really hate even when they're doing a modern time series. Like, I've been watching Dexter right now, the Resurrection, and they do the same thing. Like, there's no even time that it takes them to drive somewhere. They just the next scene they're already there. They're just parking the car. I'm like, okay, there's no time. There's no feel of time passage anymore because there's no time for it because the show has like 10 episodes per season.
Let me suggest for you, Chris, the movie Manos, Hands of Fate.
A what?
Manos, The Hands of Fate. This
Oh,
is a
okay.
movie where it is supposed to take hours for them to get to the place that they're going to stay on the first day, and by God, you're going to watch every single minute of them driving in that car.
Noted. I will definitely take a point of noting.
Yeah, do not watch that movie. It's just, oh my God, that's so painful.
Master would not approve.
Thank you. I have the bomb.
I like the movie Dreamkeeper.
I don't know that one.
It's about a grandfather telling
I just
old Native
just
American
player
stories to
ignoring
his...
station just flying around. Oh, he lost a bomb.
I have a
no,
bomb.
is it
I'm going to the
Rankin
southernmost
on a
of the
road trip?
stations. Oh, somebody else has got a bomb too.
There's a yeah, they're flying around shooting everything but not deploying the
Oh,
bomb.
they probably don't know they have a bomb or what they're supposed to do with it. Oops, did somebody blow up that station? Somebody blew up that station. I better go over there.
They've been flying around like a maniac shooting everything and anything, but they're not deploying any bombs.
By the way, if you're in War Drivers Armada, you temporarily have a plus 50 sector speed for the next hour.
What?
War Drivers, somebody just put out a fleet-wide boost. I'm sure somebody needed it for something, so you know, what the heck. Enjoy it.
Oh, they're probably doing a tour of the galaxy or warp record thing.
Yeah. But it's nice of them. I mean, I know they're out of Europe, so generally out of Europe.
I'll have to, like, do that for myself someday.
It's not this week. This week we have just god-awful Universals. I'll go through them. But it's, I think, Days of Doom, Gravity Kills, and 5,000 Fleet.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
In Days of Doom, I'm not bothered. I don't think I want to do Gravity Kills with randoms.
No. I mean, if we want to do it, we can do it as a team if we want to do it. We did it with 4 out of 5 on the team, you know, being part of us, which made it really easy. Everybody knew what to do. We got in, we got out. Everything accomplished. Gosh darn it! Now it spawned a battleship. Guy's here with a bomb. Oh. Got 3 people here with bombs. Okay, good. Did I lose my bomb? We all lost our bombs. Okay. Nope.
Why? Why did you lose it?
Because when the explosion goes, sometimes you lose your bomb.
Yep.
That's kind of weird.
Meh. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened. I can go
I
back.
remember there was a bug when you kept losing them, whatever happened.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, they
nothing happened,
fixed
you
that
should
bug.
lose them.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness, yeah.
They will disappear if you don't get there soon enough and pick them up.
Also, from that comic, I understand why now Kirk is being brought back.
Oh?
You remember Kirk's body being kept in Daystrom in season 2 Picard?
Yep.
Kirk's... No, I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
Yep.
Season 2
His
Picard
body-
kind of got pushed to the back of my brain so I don't have to think about it.
Well, Jurati remembering it's there uses the Borg technology and stuff she learned over the 500 years. I think I know what she's going at with just him having a beacon as a beacon for Starfleet being completely toppled. Not just like a clone, but actually the guy, the man.
The man, the legend.
The man, the legend, who can still bring it back.
I am
Wondering if they would ever thought about
going...
bringing that into canon.
I'm going to the last one. I've got a bomb.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more of the coaxial warp drive.
That was the thing with the Delta Quadrant race, right? The one with
Yeah.
Janeway. And
I think so, yeah.
From vis-a-vis, it's basically the space folding like Event
Wasn't
Horizon.
Wasn't it something that was utilized on season 2 Picard on the Borg artifact? Or was it season 1?
It would have been season
So
1 with the
yes,
artifact.
Yes.
Because that was one in the Queen's chambers, right? When Seven activated it. That's
I
what she used.
lost my
Yeah,
bomb.
but that also may have been close to the spatial trajectory that we see in Voyager as well.
Yeah, that's another thing that they've also...
The one that they're like, we want to use.
Yeah, they can
this, but
project
they're
you
like,
anywhere, but they don't want to share it. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so
Does anybody have a bomb?
I'm just fighting up defending, killing the dreadnought. So
Somebody go get a bomb. We need a bomb here. I had one and it disappeared, so...
there you go,
Dreadnought's
dreadnought.
done. Yep. Alright, somebody get a bomb. There's one right over there.
Moving to intercept.
Want to grab that one, Chris?
Yep,
Okay.
got it.
Alrighty.
Moving to blow it up. Oh great, there's new ships over there. I thought we
I'm on my
destroyed
way.
everything
We
with the
did.
dreadnought, but I think they spawned in
They
again.
respawned, yep.
I'll give them something to work with.
Alright.
Nice, done. This one's got 10 Undine ships. What do we do with Undine ships? Do we go to the Dyson sphere?
Yeah, for 10, I think Dyson Sphere probably works better.
There's
Destroy
annoying
and...
CFOs.
Okay, hold on a second. We have a first-time chat from Destroyer and Dean. Hi, Destroyer and Dean, and Nuknech to you too. How are you doing? Nuknech. So, Nuknech obviously is a Klingon phrase that's loosely translated as "How are you doing?" But it actually I am told means, what the F do you want?
It could be a sub. It could be also a what the hell do you want?
Yeah, it's intense. No, that is not a Miranda escape pod. That is the Intel ship, hollow ship. What do you want exactly? I have an acquaintance, not a friend, but an acquaintance who is extremely well versed in Klingon, and it was her interpretation is it's kind of vulgar, but not in a vulgar like Americans think vulgar, but more in a this is just a word we use as an emphasis. What in Grethor do you want, Tark? Yeah, kind of, exactly. But it's it's like friends would greet each other with that kind of talk. Obviously, you wouldn't greet your mother with that. At least not here. Maybe Kronos, yes. Yeah, no, not my mother. That's not going to happen. Gets back to the wash your mouth out with soap thing.
Space battle zone.
So you said we're going to go off to the battle zone? For the Undines? Klingon friends,
Yeah,
yes. Yes, Klingon friends.
Give me a sec.
Okay. We just need 10 Undines, so we'll... Hopefully this won't take too long. Space battle zone, blah, 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 blah. Space battle zone.
I need to join you because I need them as well in the battle zone.
Oh, perfect. Come on in. I'm playing on PS4, but my PS4 just appeared to have ceased from existence, so I'm here. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. That is not good. I was listening to some stupid romance soap opera type story just before coming up to start the show. And this woman is a, quote, professional gamer, and her rig cost $30,000, but she made $200,000 a month in professional gaming. And I'm like, no. No. Just no.
What's a quick way there?
Do you have a shortcuts?
Right.
Yeah, there's
Got
transwarp.
pictures?
It was a made-up story. I'm just like, no. It made a beeping sound and gave out no signal. Now the noises of the system stopped, and I'm a bit worried. Yeah, that's a sadness.
My transwarps are on cooldown.
Then sphere of influence. Yes, my computer, I keep thinking it's my new computer, and then I remember my husband built it for me, which puts it into the 6-year-old range. Because he's been gone for 2 years, and he built it before I moved to Indy, which was in 2000. So it'd probably be in the, sorry, not 2000, 2020. So it'd probably be 2017 that he built it for me. Yeah, probably time for a new one. Oh, and it turned off by itself. Yeah, that's one of the safeties kicking in, I'm sure. Chris, are we not in the same zone? Oh, there you are. Okay.
You warped into the different one.
Yeah, we're teamed.
Whatever
Usually puts
reason.
us in the same ones.
It didn't this time.
No, it did not, did it? This one's half finished, but we only need 10. Just out of curiosity. If we all go to Battle Zone 2, though, it's a little quieter. We should be able to get it easier
But it's
there.
almost full completed.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's almost
Okay.
completed, so there's no point.
Well, I see you're here. I'm here. Id and Cliff, if you want to join us. So yeah, Sphere of Influence will take you all the way to New Romulus, and then it's just a quick jaunt over here from New Romulus. Let's see. Is that you? There, I'm up to join you, Chris.
Set it.
Chris, were you the person telling me about Every Time We Touch?
What?
Okay, it wasn't you then. Somebody recommended the song Every Time We Touch by Electric Callboy.
Hey, what?
That wasn't you, okay. There's a song Every Time We Touch that got a metal cover, and I thought you were the one who recommended it. It was
No, I
so
didn't.
good.
genuinely don't like metal, so I don't look for metal covers.
Well, let's just say it's not a totally metal cover. It's extremely well done, is all I'm going to say.
They did a rock ballad?
Yeah, they did a rock ballad.
Huh.
Selenade Dancing Sphere, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Keep pressing all the wrong buttons and I can activate my weapons.
I was having a heck of a time not realizing that my cursor was sitting in the chat box the other day. But nothing's working. What the heck? Then there's this line.
Space Battle Zone?
Yes, Space Battle Zone. And then we are in the only square that's still open, which is the 9 o'clock position. But that means we'll be going into the big fights in just a moment, which is good. The map looks like a Duotronic-style oculogram. Wow, that's a deep interpretation, but I like it. Kinda does, doesn't it?
Get away with that yellow blob. No, don't touch me. You touched me. That yellow blob of pee touched me. That's disgusting. I'll have to purge the entire main folds from the nacelles. Thank goodness they're detached. It's just contained in the nacelles now.
Cliff,
Could be
if
worse.
you... Hang on a second.
That's not pee, though.
Yeah.
It's snot.
It looks
No,
like
no.
pee.
Ships have a
it is-
permanent cold. This is why they fly around in so much snot.
Yes. Destroyer says, I am of the opinion that the refit Constitution class would have been better fitted for the Delta Quadrant than the Voyager.
That's around 100 years since refit Enterprise was decommissioned.
Well, I have to agree with that. Because the Constitution refit is has more crew, more facilities, more resources aboard than the Intrepid
The class
would
was
have.
decommissioned in the age of Enterprise D / Voyager, so no one would have even thought about deploying an 100-year-old ship into Delta Quadrant. It wasn't initially even intended.
And yet Obersts are still running around.
I mean, the
Yeah,
Hillbirths.
but that's a different story.
No, the class was built 102 years before the Voyager. So why would that have been better suited?
I mean, on paper, yeah, it has more crew, has more facilities, etc. because it's a cruiser, but Voyager had faster responses, and it wasn't designed to go into Delta Quadrant. It was just
Well,
supposed to
there
be
was no
first responder.
intention of going to Delta Quadrant.
No.
I mean, you could pick any ship, and picking one that's slightly
intended.
underfitted for it is perfect.
I think
You say there was no intention, but I do not agree with that.
I
There
don't
was
think...
all intention
Okay.
to go to the Delta Quadrant. I have this this theory that because Voyager flew in the wrong direction and went through Borg space instead of like to the Gamma Quadrant wormhole,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which was a shorter route, that they purposely went that direction because Tuvok and Janeway were under orders to go deal with the Borg in their home territory. This is why
Wow,
that's
essentially
cool.
with so much
That
so
is
much
really
technology
reaching for it.
no,
that
that's reaching. That was 7 of 9's issue. No, that's not.
By the way, Cliff, if you are in sphere space, which I see you are, if you go to the space battle zone and then go up into the 11 o'clock position, that's where we're at.
I have several clues for this. Like one,
Yeah,
they're not
7
the
also
first
did that. It was
Feder-
proven to
they're
be
not the
incorrect.
first Federation ship to get lost in the Badlands.
No.
Tuvok was sent to infiltrate the Maquis to find
Hi,
out if the
Lexers.
Maquis were responsible for the missing ships. At this point, Tuvok must have relayed that. I don't know how much research Starfleet did, but I think they sent Voyager in specifically to get pulled by the array.
Yeah. No. You're giving the writers a heck of a lot more credit than they deserve.
I mean, they kind of make
I
a
know,
spoof out
but-
of this in an episode where 7 of 9 got a schism and there was an overload in some of her implants when she was looking for conspiracy when there was none. There is no evidence for that. There was just misinterpretation.
Let me go off topic here. Lexer says, I slotted and filled the R&D boost for Starfleet Strike Group, Klingon Strike Group, and the Screaming Leaders. So all of you doing your R&D, there you go, and say thank you to Lexers. Thank you, Lexers! Appreciate that. And unfortunately, Momulan Star Empire isn't part of that. The Momulan Star Empire is looking for colony provisions to finish some stuff. And I think we're in War Driver, so I'll have to let them know if anybody's got colony stuff, but we need to start getting our coffers filled. So I'm going to have to do some colony stuff. Yeah, not my favorite. Destroyer says, I'm sorry, but it really looks like you're fighting in a Miranda escape pod. Yeah, I don't care. It goes pew pew, I'm fine. I am the least bent out of shape by having terrible aesthetics of anybody in this group right now. It is a ship. It goes pew pew. I am good. I have a car. It is red. That is as far as I care about it, except for the fact that it lets my dogs.
Red makes it go fast.
Yeah, that's true. It, by the way, just so you know, it's Federation red. It's not like red. It's that kind of burgundy red.
Oh no, I was being all like, you're a 40K fan. Of course red makes your car go faster.
Destroyer, yeah, it does morph into other ships. Aesthetically.
Right?
Power to
Isn't that
puppers.
They're not real happy with me today. I don't know what's up. Fifi is snapping at Lolo. I think maybe I've worked them out a little too much. We have walked a lot the last 2 days, so maybe they're just cranky and tired and getting older. Story of my life. Cranky dogs. Let's see. The only one left is over in the 2 o'clock position. Let us do this thing.
Still doing these.
Pardon? I figure
It's still doing.
might as well finish it up. The only thing I got left is ground.
Right.
And, you know, get the little toys we get out of it for doing all 3. And some extra dilithium. It's still dilithium weekend through tomorrow. I'm just fighting a Jem'Hadar Dreadnought. Very nice. Oh, you're fighting 8 Jem'Hadars in a Miranda. Any advice? Prayer? Actually, Mirandas aren't bad ships.
You
Take a shot of where that green stuff is.
No. You open up one of the replicators. You damage the replicator matrix casing. You install that on a torpedo, and you shoot that torpedo at the Jem'Hadar. Watch the world just like
I'm not going to go do the
overnight.
Voth competition here, so I'm going to get out of here. I am not doing the Voth.
I know you can't do that in game, but
Yeah.
I love that the
Like, he's in game, so I think...
replicator. Well, I love that the replicator can be one of the deadliest weapons on a starship. If, you just damage the replicator matrix casing and mount that thing on a torpedo and make that go boom on your enemy, they're not going to be happy.
Without knowing what you've got on their Destroyer, it's kind of hard to say. And since you just said that your game went down, it's even harder to say. But we can try and give you a hand. But in the meantime, I'm going to get out of here because I have a super busy couple of days here through, Friday. But I should be on in the mornings and on in the evenings. And we've got an ad coming up, so might as well leave it right here. So everyone, on behalf of the Dark Mom Consortium, thanks for joining me this morning. I don't think I'm on tonight, but that's subject to change, and we'll figure that one out. So everyone, have a great morning, and stay moopsome!
Who are you? We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.
And I will make it a threesome.
Do you
There
even
we
hear
go.
yourself?
Lizard.
Computer deactivate iguana. How dare you?
And before I leave, really quick, Destroyeranddean. I'm currently in Indianapolis, but I'm from Chicago. I've been in Indy for long enough I could say I'm from Indy. So, not exciting, but that's where I'm at. Everyone, have a great day. I'll talk to you later.
Yep, yep.